You ever feel like no matter how hard you work, your paycheck just vanishes the second it hits your account? Bills, groceries, gas, gone. And then you're sitting there, wondering how people actually break out of this endless cycle. I used to think financial freedom was only for the lucky ones, people with connection or massive followings. But the truth, most of us are just never shown another way. We're trained to trade time for money and call it normal. And honestly, I got tired of that. Tired of working harder but never feeling ahead. Tired of watching my savings dip every time life threw a curveball. That's when I started looking for something different. Something that didn't depend on clocking in or begging for a raise. Something that could grow while I slept and let me actually live again. Here's what I found. There's a new wave of people building income online, not from scams or hype, but from systems that actually leverage the internet to work smarter. And it's wild, because they're just normal people, parents, students, full-time workers, who finally got access to the right tools and mentorship. No crazy tech skills, just no massive startup money, just the willingness to learn and take a small step forward. And that one step, that's where everything starts to change. When you finally have some money left over at the end of the month, not just enough to survive, but to breathe, it's like you unlock a different version of yourself. You stop stressing about every bill, you stop counting the days until payday, and you start thinking bigger about travel, time, freedom, giving back, or just being fully present with your family. That's the kind of freedom this community is built around. The mission is simple: help 1,000 families become financially free. Not by luck, not by hype, but through a system that works if you do. Because imagine what happens when 1,000 families don't have to worry about money anymore. There's 1,000 families able to spend more time together. 1,000 families able to give more, dream more, and live more. That kind of ripple effect can change everything. And it starts with awareness, with saying, I'm done just getting by, with taking a simple, no pressure look at what's actually possible. Look, I'm not saying quit your job or risk everything. I'm saying take a peek behind the curtain. See what's working for everyday people who decided they wanted more than a paycheck to paycheck life. If you ever wondered how people create an extra income online without being an influencer, without selling to friends, and without burning out, this is something you want to see. Because once you understand how it works, you will never look at money the same way again. You'll realize freedom isn't about having millions in the bank. It's about having choices. The choice to spend time how you want. The choice to say yes to experiences without guilt. The choice to live life in your terms. That's what this mission is about. Building a movement of people who choose freedom over fear. People who choose to rewrite their story instead of waiting for someone else to change it for them. So here's your sign. If you've been praying for an opportunity, this might be it. Not a get rich quick thing. Not a maybe someday dream. Just a chance to see how people like you are doing it right now. Take the free tour in the description. No commitments, no pressure, just information that could shift the way you think about money forever. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. But if you take that one small step today, who knows? You might look back a few months from now and realize that was the moment everything started to turn around for you.